Yo, 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 we back with another one. This your motherfucking boy, King Known Uncensored, aka King Known NBA and Music Talk. We back with another one. We here to talk free agency, and free agency is going dumb right now. A lot has happened, and we're gonna give the daily recap. Broadcasting live from Twitch and YouTube at the same damn time. Yeah, we're just gonna start with the most recent one. So basically, Gary Trent returned to Milwaukee. Nothing to see here. That's not shocking. Milwaukee's gonna need all they can here because right now the Bucks look like a play-in team right now. Because obviously, Damian Lillard's gonna be gone for God knows how long. I don't think he'll be back until March or April. So they're gonna have to play the whole year without him. Kevin Porter Jr. did come back, but we'll talk about that in a moment. But Trent Jr., not a shocker. Not even going to speak about Trent and Watford. Nobody cares. Okay, so Jordan Clarkson signing with the New York Knicks. Great move. The Warriors did nothing. They didn't add no big. Well, it's early. It's just the first day of free agency. No big deal. They still have time to make a trade or make a signing. There's no limit, so it's just day one. It's not even day one of free agency yet. So I wouldn't panic if I'm Golden State. I understand they did lose Looney, but they got time. Plenty of time. It's early. I wouldn't panic if I was Golden State. Jordan Clarkson signing with the Knicks. That's a good move. I think that Jordan Clarkson could have helped any one of those teams. Any contending team, Jordan Clarkson would have helped for sure. And now that the Knicks possibly might get Mike Brown as a head coach, they're definitely running 11 or 12 deep now. Definitely. Let's see. Torian Prince comes back to the Bucks. Nothing to see here. That's not shocking. That's not a surprise either. Bucks need all they could get because they're currently play-in bound right now. But maybe they might not be. Well, trade for one. It's that simple. Other people are trading. Why can't Golden State? I don't know why Golden State hasn't necessarily just said, all right, fuck it. We don't value Kuminga. Let's trade him for Vucevic. I don't know what's holding that shit up, but it is what it is. But you're right. A lot of centers have gone off the table. A lot of the main centers too. That's true. Giannis better request a trade. I don't think so. He wants to gut it out with this mid packs. He wants to gut it out with this pack of mid, and that's just very unfortunate. Maybe yeah, I don't know. If I was Giannis, I would have been the fuck out of there. Mason Plumlee signs with the Hornets, so that's Nurkic's replacement. Interesting. Okay. I don't think one's that much better than the other. And Charlotte lost every big man that they had. They ain't got nothing but Plumlee. And wasn't Plumlee a Hornet a while back? So then, okay, so Luke Kennard signing with the Hawks. Atlanta's making a lot of big moves. A lot of their moves are low key, but Atlanta probably, a lot, since the East have a lot of injuries, Atlanta could be a top 6, top 7 team in the East now. Whereas maybe as of yesterday, they were a play-in team. Now you add Porzingis. Now you add Kennard. Ayton is the only big left, and I think he's going to the Fakers. I don't think so. I could see Ayton going to Golden State. That was my guess. You know, I think Ayton's going to Golden State. Luke Kennard going to the Hawks. Hey, man, Trey needs multiple people that could hit open shots, and Kennard is a fireball. He's a streaky shooter, and he can make his free throws. Underrated handle, underrated driving ability. So that's a great pickup for Atlanta. Nigel Hayes-Davis, the 2025 EuroLeague champion and Finals MVP, and the Turkish champion and MVP, has signed with Phoenix. That's interesting. I've never heard of this guy. Alexander Walker to the Hawks. We'll talk about Alexander Walker in a minute. I'm just recapping everything that's happened up until the end, to where I feel like stopping talking about free agents and stuff. So a lot more to cover. But from his stature, he looks like a power forward to me. But I don't know. Interesting. So free agent guard agrees. Tyus Jones signs with the Magic. Good pickup. Just in case Suggs gets hurt, you got Jones. Jones is a solid point guard. Probably much better suited in a six-man role. But now you got Baines, Suggs, Jones. Orlando's going to be very dangerous. They could be a top 4 team in the East. Yeah, we'll talk Karis LeVert too. I like it also because, the Pistons been striking out with their free agent wants. And this is the first one that they actually cracked. And because Pistons lost Schroeder, that really sucks. The Kings are going to sign him. So it's a good bounce back. But I like Tyus Jones to the Magic. That's a good move. Now we're on to Nickeil Alexander-Walker, who was signed and traded. And he got 4 years and $62 million. Yeah, we're going to get to Houston for sure. We're going to talk about that. I mean, I like Alexander Walker in Atlanta. 3-and-D guy. Could push point if need be. Could be a 2-guard. Very versatile player. Atlanta is now pretty much a threat in the East now. Obviously, Indiana's still in the mix, even though Halliburton's gone. Boston might take a step back. I'm not going to lie to you. Milwaukee takes a step back. So, yeah, Atlanta could emerge as one of those underdogs. Luka Garza to the Celtics. All right, whatever. This is a big move right here. Brook Lopez to the Clippers. Yeah, Brook Lopez didn't do shit in the playoffs last year. Oh, fuck yeah. Jalen Johnson. Woo! Yeah. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, so what's it going to be, though? It's going to be Young, Daniels, Johnson. So is Okongwu going to start or no? Porzingis and Okongwu? Like, what they running? Or are they going to have Alexander Walker and Dyson Daniels? Because Dyson Daniels can defend guards and forwards. So, yeah, Atlanta could do a lot with that team. As long as they're all healthy, of course. Atlanta's not going nowhere without a healthy Porzingis. Brook Lopez signing with the Clippers. Excellent move. Clippers needed this. I mean, if Lopez could be more offensively aggressive, because they're in the playoffs, averaging 3 points and 2 rebounds. I know a lot of that had to do with Doc Rivers benching him a lot, but I think that Lopez is better suited as a backup. and they got him for $9 million. This dude was making $24 million last year. Great pickup. Karis LeVert to the Pistons. I love the move. Excellent move, in my opinion. You know, Malik Beasley's under investigation. I don't think Detroit brings him back. Whether he's guilty or not, I don't see it. I think Detroit moves on from Beasley. I don't know if Zachary Ricochet starts next year. I don't see it. I don't think Ricochet is ready for a starting job yet. I think he's a sixth man because he folded in that playing game. You know what I'm saying? You know, the lights were a little bit too bright for Zachary last year. But yeah, Karis LeVert going to the Pistons, good replacement for Beasley. A little bit more defensive too, can push that point. I like him as a backup in Detroit. The big story, Clint Capella to the motherfucking Rockets. The Rockets are trying to win now. The Rockets are doing what the Lakers should be doing, what the Warriors should be doing, what the Nuggets should be doing. Rockets, yeah, a lot of people was questioning Kevin Durant on whether he's going to do what or what. Kevin Durant doesn't have to average 25 points a game anymore. He can just average 19 and a half, maybe 20. Because now you got youth, you got depth, you got defense, you got veterans. There's no excuses for the Rockets next year. And the funny part about all this is the Rockets were number 2 in the West last year. So now you add KD, you add Capella, you re-sign Adams, Şengün's still there. Udoka, great coaching. Yeah, we'll get to Cam Johnson in a moment. But Capella was the icing on the cake in Houston, in my personal opinion. I really think that, you know, not to mention, obviously, Reed Shepherd, Cam Whitmore, Tari Eason, Jayshawn Tate, Aaron Holiday, Jeff Green. Not to mention those guys. And then you got Freddie V still there. Amin Thompson still there. The Rockets are a scary team. They got Western Conference Finals potential because they got a bunch of guys that can defend really well. And then, you know, Reed Shepherd, he can get hot at any time. Amin Thompson. Yeah, this is a scary-ass team. Scary. But Capella, that was an excellent pickup. This was the big shocker of the day right here. I knew this kid was going to get some money, but Luke Kornet going to the Spurs, that is the underrated move of the day right here. Luke Kornet going to the Spurs. Him and Wemby, I think Kornet's going to start at 5, and Wemby's going to be the 4. And whoever the fuck else, I mean, Stephon Castle, Fox, Barnes. I guess Barnes is going to be starting. Or Vassell. Probably Vassell's going to start. I don't know. But Kornet, that's a good pickup for San Antonio. Excellent pickup. Rockets offense still scares me when the teams try to take the ball out of KD's hands. He got some help. He's got some help. Amin Thompson can cut to the basket. Fred VanVleet can hit the 3. You know, Cam Johnson can create his own offense. Jabari Smith is good at three-point shooting. Şengün's going to be like, that's crazy that he's the second option now. and he is a problem. But yeah, I love the Cornette to the Spurs deal. The Detroit Pistons should have got him. That's who I was hoping that got Luke Cornette. I was mad as fuck when I found out that somebody dug in the crates and grabbed that man, because when I saw him in the playoffs last year, I was like, this dude play like Zubac. That's who this nigga remind me of. He remind me of Ivica Zubac. Yeah, Kevon Looney leaving the Warriors was crazy. It's a few backup centers out there. No worries. It's just day one. Looney going to the Pelicans, big move. Big move. Now, yeah, they replaced Kelly Olynyk, so that's a good move. I like that move for the Pelicans. Hey man, if the Pelicans can be healthy, they can be a playing team. They could get that last playing spot at 10. D'Angelo Russell going to the Mavericks. I like the move. And then him readjusting to go back to 6-man, where he could run with that second team and create and generate offense. I like that. And then D'Angelo Russell unselfishly took a pay cut so that he can try to win a championship. And the Mavericks have a championship roster. And you have him, you got Clay, Cooper Flag, AD, Kyrie, obviously, but Kyrie's not going to be there for the early part of the year. Then not to mention Gafford and Lively. Whoever starts, who cares? PJ Washington's still there. Yeah, Dallas got something. Then you add Russell to that. It's amazing. I like the move. I think Russell got a lot to prove, and I can't wait to watch the Mavericks play the Lakers. If you know, you know. Now, yep, exactly. Then Cooper Flag. Oh my God. Yeah, this is a top 3 team in the West, if healthy. Now, Bruce Brown is back in Denver. Yeah, scary hours. But here's the thing, though. It just depends on who Denver runs into in the playoffs. You know, it's all fine and dandy getting your 6-man back that you've been missing for God knows how long. Nuggets have not been able to get back to the championship without this man, because Bruce Brown generated a lot of offense and defense off that bench with that second group. Russell Westbrook tried to play that role, but it wasn't as nice as Bruce Brown. It wasn't as efficient as Bruce Brown. You know, there's a lot of turnovers and shit with Russ. Like, Bruce Brown take care of the ball. That's not a shot or nothing. That's just my thoughts. I guess we could talk about Cam Johnson and Michael Porter Jr. I have been saying for the longest that it has been long overdue for the Nuggets to trade Michael Porter Jr. And they listened. They got a more consistent, more efficient three-point shooter in Cam Johnson. This dude was averaging, 17, 18 a game on the Nets. Imagine him, Christian Braun, getting all the open shots from Jokic and Jamal Murray and shit. The Nuggets got a little bit better, for sure. They still have their little core with all the young players and shit, and the veterans, of course. But, yeah, man, Cam Johnson was a great pickup. They wanted to get rid of Michael Porter so bad, they included a first-round pick for him. Now Michael Porter Jr. and Cam Thomas can put up 30 shots each over there in Brooklyn. Their offense is going to be easy to predict. Cam ISO or Porter Jr. ISO? Porter Jr. not going to get those same easy shots that he was getting over there in Denver with Jokic drawing double teams. Now Porter Jr. going to have to create his own shots now. Kevin Porter Jr. re-signed with the Bucks. Kind of figured that. I like Porter Jr. Despite the allegations, despite the wife beater allegations, he came back and bounced back and played. Good for him. Ty Jerome going to the Grizzlies. That's a big move. That is another one of the underrated moves of the day. Ty Jerome going to the Grizzlies. Now they have depth at guard. Yeah, I heard about Schroeder to the Kings. That's a terrible loss for the Detroit Pistons, man. Horrible loss. Schroeder could play offense and defense. Yeah, that's a tough loss. Detroit might not recover from that one. I mean, LeVert helps, but they need another guy. I think they need another ball distributor. The Pistons could have got Ty Jerome. But yeah, now, you got help for when Ja Morant gets hurt. And then you still got Pippen Jr. Hey, man. And then, he pretty much, yeah. I mean, why not have protection? I think I heard that Cole Anthony's trying to get bought out. Cole Anthony doesn't want to be on the Grizzlies. I heard that he's trying to get a buyout. Yeah. So Jerome replaced Luke Kennard, basically, in a nutshell. And I like that pickup for Memphis. Now, Memphis maybe could get their shit together. It's going to be tough to do that shit without Desmond Bane, though. Desmond Bane was like one of the more important parts of that Grizzlies vehicle. But I think they're probably going to run with a smaller lineup, in my opinion. Yeah, Porter for Cam. We already talked about that. Trey Jones back to the Bulls. Trey Jones is kind of underrated. Jake LaRavia in Los Angeles. Hey, Jake LaRavia can play. But I'm not saying he going to make a difference or something like that. But Jake LaRavia, I liked what I seen from him, especially when he got to the Kings. He was playing pretty good. The LaRavia pickup, that's crazy that's their only pickup of the day, though. And then they lost all those players. And then you want to know why the Lakers are not getting any centers? Here's why. Teams want to tax the Lakers. Teams see that the Lakers are desperate for a center. So when the Lakers call them, they're like, we'll give you a center, but I want 3 first-round picks. We want a center, but we want your best player. They'd be stupid if they traded Dalton Connect. They'd be stupid as hell if they trade that boy. Trading him the first time was fucked up. I wanted to see Dalton Connect and LaMelo Ball, man. That was one of the biggest disappointments of last year. I was sick about that one. I really wanted to see that shit, man. I don't know what was up with Mark Williams. Like, that dude, I don't know. But he's in a better place. More on that in a moment. Matter of fact, we can talk about Mark Williams going to Phoenix. Fuck it. I mean, I like the move. I like Williams there. Nick Richards is there. His former teammate, Kaman Malawach, is there. Hey, man, Phoenix is building something over there. Now they just got to get Beal the fuck up out of there. Devin Booker and Jalen Green, they're going to be the backup of the backcourt of the future. Ain't going to be no defense in that motherfucker, boy. They're going to get pissed on like Cassie. I'm telling you. That backcourt, boy, they're going to get lit the fuck up. But Green and Booker, I like that. Well, unfortunately, they lost Tyus Jones, so looks like Book going to play that point guard role. But this is the thing, though. If they get a point guard, like, what are they going to do? They're going to run small ball. They get a point guard. Then you got to start Booker and Green. One of them got to play small forward. And those wings will kill them, especially in the post and on the fast break. I don't know. I think the Suns should just run Booker and Green at point and shooting guard and worry about a point guard later. But I like the direction that the Suns have gone because I liked how they drafted. They still got Iguodala and Ryan Dunn, young cats like that. Still kept Grayson Allen. Suns are still a decent team. Anything could be better than the disappointment of the Suns from last year. Yep, says right here. The Memphis Grizzlies and Cole Anthony's reps at Excel Sports are working towards a resolution that allows Memphis to create the necessary cap to renegotiate and extend Jaren Jackson Jr. while giving Anthony the opportunity to find his next destination. So yeah, they're gonna let go of Cole Anthony. Cam Spencer, hey man, if Cam Spencer cracks that rotation in Memphis, he could be a good replacement for Kennard as far as like the shooting is concerned. Cam Spencer got game. And he's arrogant with it too. Like, he don't give a fuck. Dorian Finney-Smith going to the Rockets too. Icing on the cake, man. That's it right there. You got 15 dudes. 15, 16 motherfuckers on that team. Hornets can't stay healthy with LaMelo Ball and Brandon Miller. That's why they got Colin Sexton. That's why they drafted Colin Knippel. That's why they drafted Liam McNeely. Just in case some shit happens to those two guys. I'm not saying that they're better than Ball and Miller. I'm just saying that, they could be competitive at least when those two get hurt now versus before. Like, if they don't play, it's a 40-point dub. But yeah, this is why you get a Sexton, you get draft a Con Knippel, you draft a Liam McNeely. They brought those guys in to help Miller and Ball and Bridges. But yeah, back to Dorian Finney-Smith. Finney-Smith didn't shoot it well from three last year, but his defense is A1. Then you got the terror of facing Amen Thompson and Dorian Finney-Smith on the court at the same time. Scary hours. Some scary times. Whoa. That's a hot take. I think the Celtics can make the play-in, at least. I think they could be 7th or 8th in the East. Celtics will not be in the lottery. They will make the playoffs. But they're going to get their ass whooped in the first round. Unless Tatum could come back, but Tatum gone. I don't think he's coming back next year. I don't think he's going to play. I would pray for April, but nah, I think Tatum is gone. But the lottery, that's a hot take. I don't know about all that now. They're still decent. They got to get Horford back. They haven't re-signed Horford. That's something. I mean, the Celtics did lose a lot of guys, granted. But White's still there. Brown's still there. Anthony Simons could put up points. Not the best defender. Yeah, they lost a lot of their defensive identity. But lottery, nah. He ain't got no motherfucking choice but to be the number one guy. He ain't got no goddamn choice. It's time to see. It's time to see if this motherfucker is worth the $300 million contract that they paying him. This is a test for the boy. And I think he's up for the challenge. I think he's going to be fine. I think that Boston could get 7, 8, 9, or 10. Especially with the East being as open as it is. But back to DFS, though. Like, Finney-Smith going to the Rockets. That's it right there. They completed everything. They have everything you need in a team. It's really no excuses for the Rockets this year. Paul Reed goes back to Detroit. Great. They definitely need him. He was very crucial. Just committed too many dumb fouls. That's the one thing he's got to work on. Just stop fouling and hacking so much. Now, the Grizzlies giving Jaren Jackson 5 years and 240 fucking million. He ain't shoot his career high in them goddamn playoffs. Look at what he's shooting that goddamn Timberwolves series. I want to know something. You shoot your career high all you want during the regular season, my boy, but when you can't do it in the playoffs. But however, he in a different situation now. There's no pressure of LeBron lurking over your shoulder and LA pressure. Now Dorian Finney-Smith could go back to playing his game. But Jaren Jackson getting 5 years and 240 million is crazy. That's crazy work. Them niggas said, shit, this is going to be our guy. I mean, I like Jackson, but 240 for Turk from the Hot Boys? Come on, gang. You out of your fucking mind. That's way too much cheese. Now I could see 5 years, 160, 180, maybe even 200. But 240? I like Jackson. Jackson got game. But he a hack. That's another dude that can't stay out of foul trouble. Hacking ass nigga. It's like, goddamn, boy. Like, and then he's not crafty enough or smart enough to sneak a foul like the legends used to. You know, and Jaren Jackson, I like him though. He got some He can block shots. He can stay in front of people on the perimeter. But he's not worth 240 million. I'm sorry. 180 at the most. 180 at the most for me. Santi Aldama returned to the Grizzlies. Cool. I sure ain't see him make shit in that series. They was daring him to shoot. They dared him to shoot in that series. They let him shoot. I watched that Timberwolves series. I was fucking excited, man. Batum returns to the Clippers. What else is new? Triple J averages 6 rebounds. That's the same as guard. Motherfucker should play 2 guard. Yeah, but this is the thing, though. Triple J don't get in the fucking weight room. He's not in the weight room. A lot of those dudes just push his ass out the fucking way. Like, move, little man. Like, I get it. It's just a different time. It's unfortunate because Jackson should average 8 rebounds a game. Yeah, man. That motherfucker, man. He too light. He light work. Motherfuckers just box his ass out, move his ass out the way, move, little nigga. Like, Joe Ingles need to retire. Joe Ingles ain't got an ounce of game left. Will Miles Turner stay in Indy? I mean, I'm sure he wants to come back to Indy. But does Indy want him back after the poor performance he had in the finals? Them first 3 rounds, Miles Turner was Gucci. I don't know what the fuck happened to dude. He was dog butt in that finals. Holmgren, Hartenstein, they exposed him. DeAndre Ayton, man, I'm still pissed about that situation. Like, there ain't no consequences for Ayton. None. This dude could be mid And nobody ain't going to say nothing. They just going to continue to pay him. Now, 1 year, Ayton actually earned it. That was the year that they went to the finals. That was the last good year. Notice that he played and had that good season and got that money. Once he got the money, he dropped off. He was like, I got my money. I don't give a fuck. Then they traded him to Portland. Remember dominating? Remember that? I ain't see that shit one time. I just seen a drop off. Still could rebound at a high level. Could help a team like Golden State that desperately needs a center. Don't bring his ass to Detroit. Please don't. For the love of God. Don't do it. Golden State, y'all got that one. It's supposed to be a number 1 overall pick and shit. He can't keep getting away with this mid shit, though. Jabari Smith got $122 million. Well-deserved, young buck. I like Jabari, man. Only person from his draft class to accumulate 2,500 points and 1,500 rebounds. Damn, that's crazy because Jabari Smith ain't really been getting clocked like that. And for him to still put up numbers like that, very interesting. Man, the Thunder are a scary team, and they drafted Thomas Sorber. That was a good pickup. Sorber's going to be really good for them. Bobby Portis remains with the Bucks. That's not shocking. James Harden, $81 million. That dude, he's a top 10 bank robber in history, boy. That nigga robbed the Underground Railroad. That nigga robbed Downtown Federal. Damn. It's another guy that gets away with bloody murder. The one time he did get on that final stage, the boy disappeared like a magic trick, didn't he? Yeah, James Harden on his own, he needs like another guy. He's got to be the number 2 option. Yes, Nikola Topic. Yes, sir. He's nice, too. He's nice as fuck. He's got that Josh Giddey potential. He's like a 6'7" guard that can pass really good. Got to work on that jumper a little bit. But he been training, man. He's the only, I think they say he's the only person in NBA history to win an NBA Finals and not log a minute in the regular season. That's a strange part of history. You don't play a game, but you got a ring. That's crazy. Yes, the Thunder have Topic. Can you imagine him out there with Cason Wallace and shit? I'll probably play him at 2. But he's going to be moving the basketball. He's going to be distributing the ball. Imagine him out there with Shea and them. Then drafting Thomas Sorber. Them niggas at OKC got a factory. They did trade Dylan Jones to the Wizards. But Harden, bro, $82 million, nigga. This dude about to be top 10 most paid ever. I mean, get your money and all that, but $81.5 million is ridiculous for him. He ain't worth all that. I would have gave him 2 years and $52 million. That's my final offer. I gave him $52 million, not 81. I forgot about AJ Mitchell, too. That guy got some potential. Aaron Wiggins, obviously, baller. Jalen Williams, the light-skinned Jalen Williams, he's coming back. John Collins might be going to the Heat. I'm going to just be honest with you, G. Who gives a fuck about John Collins? Nobody gives a fuck about this guy. He's been mid his whole career. You know, he had all-star potential 5 years ago. What Bishop tell Steele? You the or did he tell that to Q? He told that to Q. You're the pass, bro. You're the pass, bro. Nobody gives a fuck about John. I would just keep it 100. Jalen Johnson's becoming what John Collins should have been in Atlanta. But yeah, man, nobody give a fuck about no goddamn John Collins. I ain't gonna lie. I would just be keeping it up 100. Like I wouldn't even post a video talking about John Collins going somewhere. I would not put no shit like that out. I ain't gonna hold you. Because he's a mid-range jumper. Let's see, what else? I don't know, man. I think Lonnie Walker the fourth should go back to San Antonio. Lonnie Walker has been mistreated his entire career. He had that 1 year where he was a big part of the Lakers going to that conference finals that 1 year. He was a baller. I think he needed to go back to San Antonio. That Jazz trade with Colin Sexton for Jusuf Nurkic sounds good. I mean, LaMelo deserves the help. Like Colin and LaMelo would be dope. Nurkic going to Utah. That's all I could really say. Julius Randle signing a 3-year, $100 million deal. Cool. Randle showed up during the playoffs last year. 19-8 on a fucked up ass team. Dude was on that nigga team was shit water. I could average 10 points on the fucking Jazz. And I'm fat and out of shape. If I get in shape, I could average 10 on the fucking Jazz. Ben Simmons could average 15 on the Jazz. I said it. I don't care. I don't care what nobody said. Ben Simmons can average 15 on Utah. John Collins is not a good player, bro. He middle of the pack, top 200. Probably at 200, maybe 199. Collins is Middle Eastern, Reggie Pack, Big Reggie. Duncan Robinson. Duncan Robinson dumb for terminating his $20 million option. He was not. If some team gives him over $20 million per year, they're a fool. Duncan Robinson should have opted into that $20 million option. I don't give a fuck if I get PT. So what? 20 mil to sit on the bench and wave a towel all day? Shit. Markkanen had a bad year. Shit, everybody on the Jazz had a bad year. All them niggas is ass. Markkanen, yeah, he did have a bad year. But Golden State should go after Markkanen. That'd be a good pickup for them. But I don't think they got the assets, and you know Danny Ainge's going to tax them. That's not a shocker. Kelly Oubre returns to the Sixers. Okay. Ha! Yeah, I cannot believe. Well, I can believe it, but Malik Beasley shit crazy. That shit is so wild. He's about to come back too. He was solid for the Pistons last year though. I'd look past the gambling. I don't know, but you know they're gonna fucking ban him if he's, caught. LeBron James. Yeah, this dude is a fucking diva. If I don't get what I want, I'm gonna leave. That's LeBron James, man. Fucking diva. Wants everything, dog. It's just like, leave the Lakers, bro. Just retire. You opted in already. You took the money already. Make this your farewell year. Do the game a favor and go home. Do the league a favor. Retire. You're never going to win another championship. You're not going to win one with Luka. And I keep hearing this Dallas Mavericks shit. Cut the shit. Hell no. Then I heard about Cleveland. What they got to give up to get LeBron James. I don't think Cleveland's GM is that fucking stupid. Nah, LeBron gonna be out of there soon. Luka's staying. LeBron is gonna retire within the next 2 years. Luka gonna stay. He ain't going nowhere. He ain't going nowhere. Who keeps giving Garrett Temple a job? Davion Mitchell returned to the Heat. Davion Mitchell was turning that shit out in the play-in. Much deserved. Sam Merrill back. I like him for sure. No Diddy. Lonzo Ball for Isaac Okoro. Works out for both teams. I mean, Chicago needed a defensive wing, a more reliable defensive wing. Okoro's the guy. Could hit corner threes. Lonzo Ball going to the cap. Honestly, it's no excuse they're going to draft LeBron other son. I don't think so. I don't think Bryce is going to make it to the league. That's just my opinion. But I could be wrong, though. At first, I thought Bryce was going to be better. But then I seen him play. I was like, nah, Bronny's better than him. Hate to say it. But, yeah, there's no excuse for the Cavaliers to not be in the finals. There's no excuses now. When you acquire Lonzo, that's like the icing on the cake. They had a 68-win team last year. Or was it 67? Whatever the fuck. They were good enough to come out the East. You got DeAndre Hunter and Lonzo. Like, come on, man. Nas Reed, 5 years, 125. Fuck it. Why not? That's not crazy. It's not a crazy deal. Yep. I think I am done here. All right. Garland. I think Garland don't need to be. Nah, Darius Garland, he ain't going nowhere. Unless they get somebody that's like a superstar, they're not trading Garland. Not even a little bit. I don't see that happening, Jack. Garland who just got in the way. But yeah, man, I'm gonna get the fuck up out of here. It's King Known, Uncensored, NBA Music Talk, Free Agency. I'm going.